Hey, welcome back everybody. Ali Madawi here with a brand new business teaching class for you. Whether you are watching this live on a recorded version or listening to it on our podcast, I absolutely 100% appreciate you. And do us a favor, make sure you give us some hearts, give us some love, and obviously share this message, because there are many people who may be suffering right now as we speak, doing the wrong things, and they don't even realize it. So you may just give them that blessing that they need to their business. So what are we going to talk about today is something that is crucial. As you know, we live in a social media age. Everybody that you know, for the most part, is in social media, and many of your fellow entrepreneurs or yourself happen to be in social media using Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever the case may be for your business. Now, I'm not claiming that I'm a guru on social media, but I've made a whole lot of mistakes, and I want to share a few of them with you so you don't have to go through the same thing I've gone through, and you don't have to start hustling to kind of make things work out for you nonetheless. So some of the things that happen to be killers, and I just want to give you a little bit of a disclaimer in here. I am literally, as I'm doing this message right now, watching 3 separate Facebook accounts, not mine, but other people, that I'm going to use as a reference point. Now, I'm not going to mention no names, I'm not going to mention no companies, but just so you understand some of the killers, because I'm looking at literally like 3 to 5 likes per post and everything they have, and there's a reason for that. So, first things first. Are you using social media? Drop a number 1 if you are, and if you're not, we need to talk, because you are literally living in the stone age of business if you're not utilizing social media. Now, I'm not telling you to go ahead and blast your business everywhere else. That's not how social media works. But nonetheless, you have to be there. You have to have an exposure, and it allows you to absolutely do so. So the first mistake that many people do, and this is like pretty much like the number 1 mistake that everybody do, especially in network marketing or direct sales, or whenever you're selling something that belongs to another company, people tend to use Facebook to blast their product or their service and their offers. Like, I mean, literally, I am looking at an account right now as we speak that it's flyer after flyer after flyer from a company that they're part of. And, even the videos, they're showing, what the company is selling. Even, I mean, literally personal pictures with that very same product over and over and over and over. And I guess what does that do? It tells me that you are in the X company. It tells me what you're selling or whatnot. And it also gives me a sense that you don't actually have any reason why you're doing what you're doing. You're just after the money. You're hungry. You just want to sell. So here's what happens. The day you man up or you woman up and call me so I can do business with you, guess what I'm going to say? No, I'm not interested. Actually, I know everything that I need to know about your product, service, or company, and it's not for me. Because I've seen it so many times, and it's almost repulsive at this point. It's like a commercial, right? Like, we see the commercial one time, or it may catch our attention. We see it a second time, okay, whatever. We see it a third time, we're even fast forwarding with the DVR, or we're getting up and going to the bathroom, or going to, get some water, or whatever the case may be, because at this point it's just annoying. Like, I don't need to see about your product and service again and again and again. Like, are you kidding me? Like, all right, we get it. You're selling that, whatever it is that you are selling. So that is the first thing that you're doing, that you are 100% hurting your business in a major way. Now, you may think that you are doing the right thing, that you are sharing the product. No, share the testimonial of the product, like with the before and after, without talking to me about the product. Show me, right? Talk to me about the movement itself. Talk to me about the life change that your company is creating. But the product or the service, if that's all you're posting about all the time, you're nothing but a salesperson, and your page is nothing but an infomercial. And guess what? Nobody likes to sit and watch infomercials throughout the whole day. And if you do, you got a problem. The second this is someone that is extremely aggressive. This is someone who, and what I mean by aggressive, pokes at people, makes fun of jobs, calls people who don't see their vision dummy. I mean, I can go down and down and down. I'm gonna go through you if you get in my way. Like things that are just like you're projecting your aggressive bully kind of attitude is the way to go. Now again, I'm not claiming to be the guru of everything. That's okay to be determined. That's okay to have that the go-getter attitude, but it does not connect and relate with everybody else. What this is going to do is turn off a lot of people who are going to say, I can't be that person, and I definitely don't want to introduce my friends, my family, and myself to somebody who is hardcore bully, who's hardcore and aggressive with that kind of attitude, and you're going to turn some people off. So again, I'm not telling you to pull away from what you're doing. God bless you if it's working for you. I'm just saying, if you're making 1,000, 10,000, whatever it is that you're making per month, you can double and triple that by just having the right attitude, that servant attitude, instead of going aggressive, and just kind of like making people feel like you're gonna smack them if they don't buy from you, right? So again, that's another danger zone that you are playing with. Now, the third person, this is what you would call a relationship builder. And what they do is they share everybody else's stuff, and they never, ever post anything original. So, what you're doing, if you are that person, you are giving recognition all the time to a third party, and it's like you're excluding yourself out of the equation of the value that's being given. So what I would recommend to someone who's doing something like that is, hey, if you saw a video that inspired you, create a Facebook Live with your perspective on that video. If you read a quote that touched your heart in any way, recreate your own quote with your own perspective, so you get the credited value that post offer. Otherwise, this person has nothing original. Not even personal pictures. It's either news or motivational speakers or other things, but literally shared. So what is your value? And if all you do is you're sharing, you are literally, again, taking that value away from you, and you're giving it to that original third party. And I'm not telling you to I'm not telling you to copy everybody. I'm just telling you is give your own perspective. Like all this information that I'm sharing with you right now, I was in a social media mastermind or a webinar, or I read a book, and then I took my interpretation of it, I took my perspective of it, and then I delivered it to you. So that's what I mean by that. So these are the top 3 killers in my humble opinion. I've only built a business in 9 different countries, and I've done it all from social media. So what you need to do is, 1, make sure that you're not blasting your product or service. Make sure that you're talking about the why. Make sure you're talking to me about the mission. Make sure you're talking to me about that emotional connection that it creates. That is something I'm willing to listen to. But how, your product work or how your service work, guess what? I can care less. Yes, it may be cheaper. I can care less. Yes, it may be better. I can care less. That's the mindset of a customer. That's the mindset of a prospect. I can care less. You ever wonder, like, oh my God, I'm offering this person half off than what they're paying. They buy it from the store anyways. Why wouldn't they buy it from me? Because they can care less. There is no emotional motivator. You need to move me. I can care less about how much money I can save. That's literally, as scary and weird and crazy as that sounds, that's how your prospect think. You can show them how much they can save. They don't care. But if you move them with your mission, with your testimonial, or whatever the case may be, they are willing to inquire and ask more questions. And that is what we call a qualified customer. As far as being a bully, it's easy. Stop it. You don't have to make fun of the people who have jobs. Guess what? You had a job at one point of your life. And even more so, there are people who may not have the perfect circumstance to go the entrepreneurial route, and they chose to temporarily go in the job scene. Guess what? No, don't make fun of them, because one day they're going to be open-minded. One day they're going to want to jump into whatever it is that you're into, but because how you made them feel that one time, they're going to say, I don't want to do business with that person. And now you just lost on a prospect. And just a fun fact for you, people who are in a job every single day have a guaranteed weekly, daily, or bi-weekly check, or whatever the case may be. The entrepreneur has to work 1 to 2 years in order to have a respectful income. Now, it ends up being better than ever, but just understand that person in a job at least has a guaranteed income. So do not make fun of them. Do not poke on them, because I used to do that myself, where I used to say, oh, just over broke, J-O-B. And then somebody literally who said, when did you start this business thing? When I was taking pokes at him. I said, oh, about 3 months ago. It's like, well, why don't you show me your check and let me show you mine? And then I felt like an idiot. So make sure you're not a bully. Make sure you don't poke and make fun of people who just don't see eye to eye with you. Love people anyways, respect them, educate, consult, motivate, teach, coach, whatever the case may be of your value itself, but allow people to be who they were, who they are and who they want to be. You know, at the end of the day, if it makes you happy, have at it, man. God bless you. That's what I look at it. And then obviously the third person, make sure you have some originality. Be you. Make sure you post something about you so I can connect with you, so I know that there is someone who really exists with the name that I'm looking at. It's not just, you know, a computer that just keeps on sharing everything else. So I hope these helped you out a little bit. Make sure you share this message. Give us some hearts. Give us some love, because there are many people who may use your help. We will be back later on after 4:30, and I say after 4:30 because my wife and I have a doctor's appointment, so we can do a quick checkup. And, you know, I want to make sure that you get the value that you need out of it. So, again, at 4:30 or later, we will be giving you your Mindset Quickie. And that's going to be on my personal page and also on our Instagram Live. So we will see you there. Thank you for the love. Make sure you share this message. Take care, everybody.